I'm Sue Kidd. I'm from the University of Liverpool, and I am involved in marine spatial planning. I'm a terrestrial planner, involved in moving out into the sea. And I'm very interested in land-sea interactions and how marine planning and terrestrial planning can work together in the future.
I think it's in a way it's also in line with the definition in the European Landscape Convention, so that
Yes.
landscape is defined by perception of people, so
Yes,
how
yes.
they look on a certain place.
Yes.
We also talked shortly before about how to bring in cultural heritage aspects in spatial planning, especially in marine spatial planning. I think one of the obstacles is that it's sometimes to stick too much on single objects in saying, okay, that this is a certain site we want to preserve, to protect, and not in the whole dimension.
Yes, I think the whole area of seascapes and is something that certain countries I think are trying to do quite a bit more on. Mm-hmm. But I think it's perhaps not connected to heritage in an imaginative way. It's a little bit like landscape characterization.
Yes.
Which is not quite the same as, that's a sort of rather sort of scientific sort of physical description approach, rather than actually getting involved with a more sort of emotional aspect, which I think is an aspect of the landscape convention. I think the truth is marine spatial planning is I think there's a lot of perhaps too many ambitions for marine spatial planning. Marine spatial planning has a job to do, but I think a lot of the things that are, so perhaps the wider idea fits within this notion of ocean literacy. And awareness and celebration of the marine environment, and becoming more sort of developing an awareness of what is there and what these relationships are. We very much focused our activity on the land in that sense. And so I think marine spatial planning has a role to play, but I think there's a bigger and perhaps even more exciting sort of area of development around ocean literacy that perhaps the heritage side could connect to.
So there will be the conference in Malta about land-sea interaction?
Yes.
So what are you expecting from this?
Right, okay, well I'm expecting a lot of hard work.
Okay, maybe some advertising for the conference.
But I think that what we're hoping to do with the conference is to help people understand the issues, the sorts of land-sea interactions that there are, the different nature of those. But particularly we're focusing on in that conference the different mechanisms for beginning to develop more integrated planning across the land and sea. And looking across Europe at the present time, we can see there are different approaches that are being taken. So, for example, here in the UK, we have two separate systems for planning for the land and sea, but there is a duty to cooperate. Mm-hmm. So how does that work? Then if we look at places like Germany, they have extended their regional planning authorities planning remit out into the sea, so they at a regional level have land and sea. Other areas have integrated coastal zone management strategies, which are more localised and maybe non-statutory. Then you've got things like the Netherlands Marine Plan, or the Netherlands National Plan, which deals is at a national level. And so what we're trying to do is to have speakers talking about these different experiences, and we'll examine what are the strengths and weaknesses, what are the challenges associated with them, how do they relate to these issues that we've identified, and then one of the final sessions is looking at regional C perspectives and how do we deal with these things at a regional C level. So the idea is that there will be a working paper produced, so the feedback at the conference will be really, the sessions at the conference are all part and parcel of that.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.